So I'm deep in a conversation with a friend of mine about stereo home theater, meaning two speakers and a display. There you go, stereo home theater. Could have a sub, doesn't have to. In mine, I almost never have a sub unless I'm reviewing a sub. When I watch movies, I don't need to have the room shake. Not a big deal for me. When I'm doing home theater really reviews, I do them at the CNET office where we have a surround system and subwoofers, all that stuff. But for me personally at home, 2-channel home theater is just dandy. So anyway, we're having this conversation. And I remembered, oh yeah, I got to tell you this funny story, that there was a magazine in the late 90s or early 2000s called the Stereophile Guide to Home Theater. It was a sister magazine of Stereophile. And the editor of the Storytime Guide to Home Theater was a man named Tom Norton. And I was a writer, and I was writing articles for a lot of magazines, and I pitched an idea to Tom saying, hey, I want to do an article about how to do stereo home theater. And he's like, well, Steve, you can't do stereo home theater. Home theater is multi-channel. That's what it is. And stereo home theater just goes against all. I said, okay, Tom, forget it. I won't do it. I said, but a lot of people already do it. I didn't invent the idea. I'm just going to write an article about how to do it and what are the options. And he said, no. I said, okay. I did say, but Tom, the magazine's name is the Stereophile Guide to Home Theater. So doing an article about stereo home theater, it doesn't seem like a big stretch to me. But he said no, and I said, okay, that's the way it works. So maybe a year goes by, and I'm pitching Tom some ideas for some other articles, and he brings up the stereo, do a stereo, piece. He said, yeah, maybe you should do that. I said, fantastic. I'm so glad I'm going to do it at last. So great, thanks. So we have a conversation about what it's going to involve, and then he said, but I want you to realize that I, Tom Norton, I'm going to write a rebuttal to your piece. I said, I don't care. You'll have your say, I'll have my say, and we're all good. People can read and decide for themselves. I said, I'm not writing this piece to convince people that multi-channel home theater is bad, just that in smaller rooms, or rooms, in those days definitely don't want to have wires running around the room, stereo home theater is an option, that's all. But anyway, so he let me write the piece, and the piece ran, and all was well with the world. But I still believe in stereo home theater, and I think a lot more people are doing it. In fact, most people are using one speaker as in a sound bar sitting in front of their TV or below their TV if they won't mount the TV, right? So now we're down to one speaker. Oh, that's a lot of people, or worse yet, the speaker built into the TV. So stereo home theater is a big step up from those things sonically. Anyway, curious, do any of you guys do stereo home theater or mono home theater or soundbar home theater? Leave some comments below. Excuse me, I have a cold. My name is Steve Guttenberg. This is the Audiophiliac Daily Show, which comes up daily. So if you dig it, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Hit that little notification bell so you'll be notified about every exciting new episode of the Audiophiliac Daily Show. Anyway, I'm just kidding around. So thanks so much for watching. See you again real soon.